what has turned out to be a very exciting and highly unusual CommuniCare Grant Award Ceremony. And it's not just any award ceremony, it's our 20th annual Grant Award Ceremony. So thank you all. So thank you for being here and for humoring us as we adapt to what nature has in store. So really briefly, and then I'll turn over the mic. My name is Kristen Engforsbase, if we haven't met already, and I am the program coordinator for CommuniCare and a very recent addition to the Harold and Arlene Schnitzer Care Foundation. I'm going to do some quick nuts and bolts since this is a little bit unusual. We're going to present in the order in the program. So when for grantees, when you're called by our student presenters, if you please come up this way, receive your award, and then hang out just here until everyone's received their CommuniCare grant. We'll go ahead and take a photo all together at the end. We're going to, because of the timing, we're going to forego doing thank yous for individual grantees. But please, if you have thoughts, well wishes, thank yous, please share them with us. We are in social media finally, so Facebook, Instagram, and we'll make that information available so you can say your thanks. And then if the student leaders would please also call up the next school after them, as we're taking some photos at the end, the new school presenters can come up and join us on stage, right? Whew, okay, we made it. Y'all, everybody okay? Oh gosh, thank you all for humoring us. So, to talk about the heart and soul of the program, it's my great pleasure to introduce Jordan Schnitzer, the chairman of the board of trustees for the Harold and Arlene Schnitzer Care Foundation, and I'll let him take it away from here.
Thank you, Christian. She was a new hire this year because this program started. I want to start singing, it was 20 years ago today, Sergeant Pepper. So that was, I need Northwest Academy kids to come sing with me, right? That was actually 50 years ago, oh my gosh. And actually 20 years ago, we did start the CommuniCare program. And we should all turn around and thank my mother, Arlene Schnitzer. Who in the past 19 years has always been here, but she has the flu and a temperature, and she called today and I said, Barb, you'd walk over nails to get here because it's so inspiring. Hear all you amazing kids talk about the research you did in the community, the themes you came up with, and how you're giving back. Now, Barb Hall heard about this program on a TV show. It was in Denver, Colorado, and came back and talked to my folks. And my folks were inspired by their parents who were immigrants, like many of yours or some generation back, about the theme two themes. One always was told, the riches of a city are its citizens. Okay, you can have lots of bricks and mortar, but in the end, a city is only as good as the wonderful citizens in it. And second of all, we all have an obligation to do our best because we've all benefited from to improve it, to make it better for the next generation, just as those who came before us did so many wonderful things for us. And in society today, as wonderful as this community is, there always have been and will always be issues that confront us. And the way you improve society, improve citizens' lives, is by coming together and reaching out and helping someone else. Science has shown us that you feel really good when you do something for someone else. You just feel good, like all you guys have now when you're going to be giving this money out and learning about all these organizations in the community. So my folks were wise enough to say, we've been so fortunate, how wonderful it would be not just to give some money away, but to bring young people in and let them see that for those who are a little more fortunate, there are lots of others who aren't so fortunate. And even for those that have some issues, there's always someone in need more than them. So this program has been wonderfully successful. We were delighted this year to hire Kristen to be a full-time administrative director of the program. We built it up, and we're adding more schools. We added one in Pendleton, another one there. We have 2, 3 in the Astoria, Warrenton, Seaside area. And we hope to really grow this program just tremendously because it's been so rewarding. And I'm delighted again. My mother's here to watch her baby. I guess her baby. The program, which was again my late father's brainchild. So really, the ones from all of us on our staff, where are you? We have a wonderful person with Celeste Rose that's worked on this for years too. Dina, Suzanne, others, Jim Chin, others. I tell you, it was so nice for you to honor my mother, but for all of us, including my mother, we're the ones who are honored to be here with you. And we're so proud of what you've learned, decisions you made. I just can't wait to hear about the wonderful programs that you've decided to give your money to. So with that, Kristen, do you want to come on up and start driving the rest of the program?
All right.
Probably what we'll do is we'll get you to come stand up here. Like for some of the programs, there won't be enough room. Usually when we did it down here, we had a much bigger platform because there's so many kids, but you'll figure that all out. And thanks for understanding about the power outage. It's a brownout in this area. They said they won't be able to restore power till 8:30. And I figured you probably had some other things to do later in the evening. So with that, thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Laura. I'm one of the co-presidents of the Catlin Gabel CommuniCare Club. Are we actually going out? Yeah. Are we? So, I've been a member of this club since my freshman year, and over the past 2 years I've been able to really see it grow within our own community. In the past years, we've focused our efforts on mental illness, providing education for youth, and immigration. And this year, we decided to focus on the criminal justice system, which is a growing issue in our society. And with that, we created our mission statement, which is the Catlin Gabel CommuniCare program strives to support organizations that help address the issues of criminal justice through providing services to incarcerated individuals and their families in the Portland metro area.
Hi, my name is Brent Masbach, and I'm a freshman at Catlin Gabel School. This is my first year participating in CommuniCare, and I've really enjoyed all that I've learned, and especially being able to instigate all of the paramount change in the CommuniCare program. Our fundraising process this year has featured both successes as well as many challenges. Similar to last year, we raised over $1,000, which is of course matched 10-1 by the Harold and Arlene Care Foundation. This left us with a large sum of money to donate to other organizations, specifically $11,000.
So just to talk a little bit about our process for choosing the criminal justice system to focus on as far as our organizations. Before this school year, we all read a book called Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson, who is a defense attorney down in Alabama. And he wrote this book about different incarcerees that he has worked with who were all unjustly incarcerated. And so he told some really powerful stories that all got us very passionate about looking into how we could impact the criminal justice system ourselves. So we came into school and we were all really excited about this issue. And so we brainstormed a few other issues, and then we sent out a survey to our entire high school asking their opinion. And they all got back to us with the overwhelming majority saying that they were really also interested in the criminal justice system. So that's how we came to our mission statement.
Hey guys, I guess I'll use the microphone. So basically the first organization that we decided to give a grant to is the Pathfinders of Oregon. So Pathfinders of Oregon can come up here, I guess. Yeah, thank you. So we chose Pathfinders of Oregon to give a grant to because we really like their mission statement of how they aid the prevention and intervention of essentially incarcerated citizens in Oregon, their loved ones, their family. So we'd love to give you this wonderful grants towards food and clothing towards the people you help. So thank you very much.
The second nonprofit we're giving a grant to tonight is the Oregon Innocence Project. So can Bob and Singh come up now? Thank you. The Oregon Innocence Projects are really unique in Oregon as they work to ardently track down Oregon inmates' claims of innocence and further work to secure the release of those who have been wrongly convicted through DNA and other scientific evidence. This and their goal of instigating future policy reform for an outlook devoid of prison bars for those wrongly convicted is very much in line with our mission statement here at Catlin Gabel. So we'll be giving them a $1,300 grant to continue this paramount and indispensable work.
And the Mercy Corps reentry program is doing incredible work throughout the region to provide identification to previously incarcerated inmates, and through this doing really essential work to allow for the reintegration of these individuals. And we've elected to give them $2,350 grant towards providing those forms of identification.
It's me again. The organization that we decided to give the largest grant to, a grant of $4,000, is the POIC. You guys can come up. POIC. So we chose this organization because although we can all concur on the fact that tangible items such as food, clothing, and money are very important into re-entering society, we think that how POIC becomes really personal with their there's people they work with, and the fact that they have such an amazing mentoring program, we thought that really helped exemplify what we're trying to achieve as a CommuniCare club. So, without further ado, here you guys go. Thank you for the great work you do.
So next we'd like to welcome up April Johnson from Volunteers for America. We were really impressed by her presentation and talking about how important it is to get these formerly incarcerated people into a new environment, into a new way of life. And so we are giving them $2,350 towards housing and board primarily. Awesome.
Now finally, CommuniCare has taught us to see the flaws in our community as opportunities for growth this past year. While our work this year has led us to recognize the challenges in our criminal justice system, hearing from so many nonprofits that are fighting to overcome these challenges has been truly inspiring. Without a doubt, seeing the fantastic work they do on tight budgets and under difficult circumstances has given us hope for what can be done to make a difference in the future.
We would like to extend a special thank you to our advisors Cindy Murray and Michael Arrested, they're sitting over there, to the Harold and Arlene Schnitzer Care Foundation, and to the CommuniCare Board. Finally, we would like to thank all the amazing nonprofits in the Portland metro area who are working to improve our community. We are excited to see how our grants will make a difference to the lives impacted by the criminal justice system. Yeah, so thank you. Now, I think Corbett High School is presenting.
Hello, my name is Lizzie Jones. Today I am Corbett High School's sole representative for the CommuniCare team. We have a really tiny team, but unfortunately I'm actually the only one who is available to make it this evening. But I'm really happy to be here. This year, because we have such a small group, we took the liberty of having a really big, broad mission statement. It was really just focused on equality and equal opportunity that could apply in dozens of different directions. It could apply towards gender, ethnicity, sexuality, poverty, or education. So because we have such a small group, 2 or 3 members each could just focus on some issue that really interests them personally, and then visit that group, talk to them, really invest more time and energy into the different nonprofits. So, because I'm the only person here talking today, I think I'm going to have each one of these nonprofits tell you guys a little bit about what this grant is going to. So first, maybe Bradley Angle. We're going to be giving them a grant of $2,110.
I'm Sally. I'm the development director at Bradley Angle. And Bradley Angle is a domestic violence agency. So we are using this grant for translation services. So we are able to provide equal services to people who speak limited English or no English. So thank you.
So second is the Latino Network, which is the same grant.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael Gibson. I'm the development coordinator for the Latino Network. We sincerely appreciate this grant from CommuniCare, from Dee Dee and her students, and from the Snitzer Family Foundation. It's going towards our son's school food pantry program to provide food assistance for needy families, particularly during the winter months, and to also help provide some transportation solutions. So we sincerely appreciate it.
And finally, to the Basic Rights Education Fund.
Hi, I'm Nikki Gillette. I'm the Major Gifts Officer at Basic Rights Education Fund. That's part of Basic Rights Oregon. We're the state's LGBTQ education and advocacy organization. We're the state's largest one. Corbett High's CommuniCare grant is helping to fund our efforts to make Oregon the first state to have a non-binary gender marker on our driver's licenses. The process is going well, so I don't want to jinx us, but as early as July, people should be able to apply for an X as opposed to an M or an F on their driver's license.
Extend a really special thanks, first of all, to Dee Dee Moore, who's our student advisor at Corbett. And thank you to all of these nonprofits who are doing such amazing work. And it was really exciting for me, who actually, I'm a first-year member of CommuniCare, but it was really exciting to step into this local community within Portland and to support and to be assisted by the Schnitzer Foundation in doing this awesome work. And it really has inspired me to become more involved within my life outside of CommuniCare, outside of Corbett High School, to be involved in these local nonprofits. So thank you especially to Arlene Schnitzer, who founded this foundation.
Philanthropy and leadership, and our nonprofit work should be taught in schools, and we praise the foundation for allowing us to expand this program into the classroom. This year, our school's mission statement was Franklin High School CommuniCare will support life skills programming in families in times of distress, whether social or economic, through grants to organizations in the Portland area with an emphasis on our southeast community.
Okay, our fundraising goal this year was to raise $1,000 in order to receive the maximum match from the Snitzer Care Foundation. This year, we surpassed our goal and raised nearly $1,500 after expenses. We held several fundraisers this year, some of which included photo booths at dances, photo booths at school events, selling Franklin gear at football games, cupcakes at dances, partnering with Burgerville for a community event, and our most successful fundraiser this year was making and selling Hershey Kiss roses for Valentine's Day, which netted us almost $1,000. In the end, we had a successful fundraising year, learned a great deal about what fundraising worked well and what didn't. The knowledge will be helpful for future years of CommuniCare fundraising.
Our first nonprofit I would like to introduce is Wheel to Walk. So would Jill Foster come to the stage, please? medical equipment, which their insurance would not provide. They provide people 20 years or younger with therapy tricycles, gait trainers, wheelchairs, and selective communication programs, and many more life-changing devices. The Wheel to Walk organization believes that no child with special needs should go without items that improve their quality of life. This organization aligns with our mission statement, and we are granting Wheel to Walk $4,000 for its general purchasing of medical equipment. Our next nonprofit is North by Northeast Clinic. Would Shredda please come up to the stage? Clinic is a primary care office that focuses on the health of African Americans and chronic health conditions. This is Franklin's second year funding North by Northeast Clinic, and we are thrilled to be giving them $2,000 for their upcoming health fair. I would now like to welcome the Shadow Project and have Christy and Alejandra come to the stage. As a Portland-based nonprofit, the Shadow Project not only works with teachers and schools in order to provide educational materials, they work hard to serve and represent children in special education to close the achievement gap for students with learning challenges. This year, we will be granting $2,600 to help the Shadow Project towards their goal of serving these communities and doing the amazing work they do. We would also like to thank the Snitzer family and the CommuniCare Foundation for making this possible and for all the guidance through this adventure. We would also like to thank our teacher, Mr. Biamont, for keeping us organized and always willing to help.
I want to put Tim on the spot for 1 second because we had a wonderful, quick little conversation back there about your thoughts about this program and your kids and being involved with it. So talk for a minute or two, a couple minutes.
So I kind of inherited the program this year, and I'm a business and economics teacher at Franklin. And we are fortunate at Franklin to actually have this as part of a class. And so in our business program of study, one of the capstone classes is a class that I created called Business Leadership and Philanthropy. And so it's after kids go through the introduction to business, it's kind of a sequence. And then this was just a natural marriage for business leadership and philanthropy to have CommuniCare embedded. In fact, really the curriculum for the class is driven by the CommuniCare program. So we felt fortunate in that. And I would encourage the teachers here to maybe go back to their administration and see if there's a way that you can incorporate it in the class. This is really hard work. And to do it as a club, I really commend those clubs that are just clubs. That takes a lot of time. I mean, it took a lot for us to do it as a class. So to do it as a club, it's really a challenge. So we feel fortunate to have it as a class at Franklin. And extremely thankful to Jordan and the family for letting us do this work. Thank you. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Violet, and we're from the Girls Inc. CommuniCare group. Here's the upcoming program statement. The Girls Inc. CommuniCare's mission statement is to support organizations that reach out to youth and teens to connect them to programs that promote building strong relationships, self-confidence, and acceptance. Thank you, Audrey. The Girls Inc. CommuniCare group raised $1,085 by selling note cards of our own artwork and homemade coasters. The money, along with a generous match from the Snitzer Care Foundation, allowed us to donate to the following organizations. Here's Lana talking about our first grant recipient, PAIR.
Our first organization we have chosen to support is PAIR, because the journey they've taken to creatively mentor homeless youth and teens perfectly fits into our mission statement. This grant will help PAIR provide a safe and meaningful community to 900 plus young people. We are granting them $3,000. Awesome.
Here's Hannah with our second recipient. The second organization we chose to award was My Voice Music. We chose to give them a grant
because of the similarities between their organization and our mission statement. It was also particularly close to my heart because music helped me find my voice. They will use the money for AMP, or the Artist Mentor Program, where they give you an opportunity to express themselves through music. We are granting them $2,585.
Also with the Girls in CommuniCare group, and I want to introduce Lola with information on Project Lemonade, our third recipient.
We chose to support Project Lemonade in our mission to build self-confidence for youth and teens. Project Lemonade provides a free back-to-school shopping experience for foster youth and gives them a chance to feel confident in their own clothes. We decided to award Project Lemonade $3,000. With this money, Project Lemonade can purchase more clothing and school supplies to fill their shelves this summer.
Thank you. And here's Izzy with the final organization.
The final organization that we chose was Girls Inc. Girls Inc. is committed to creating self-sufficient, independent young women through programs such as Allies in Action, the program they requested the grant for. Allies in Action teaches girls to overcome bullying and navigate conflict. To help with the Allies in Action program, we'll be granting Girls Inc. $2,500. Congratulations.
This year, our mission statement was to support local organizations that help people affected by domestic violence. A goal of ours has been to spread awareness about domestic violence and to help support the transition to a healthier environment. Throughout the year, Grant's CommuniCare Club fundraised in many ways, such as partnering with Dutch Brothers Coffee, Tyology Pizzeria, and the Schnook Book. With help from the Schnitzers, we were able to donate $10,000 to local nonprofits who help those affected by domestic violence. We were also able to donate a total of $1,000 back to our schools, specifically to the Science Department and the Arts Department. This year, there is 3 nonprofits we will be donating to: the Raphael House of Portland, CARES Northwest, and Impact Northwest. All 3 of these organizations are dedicated to helping domestic violence survivors thrive in healthier environments. It's organizations like these who make the world a better place. The Raphael House of Portland is an organization that provides emergency shelter for survivors of domestic violence. Not only does the Raphael House of Portland provide shelter, but they also provide classes and support that is necessary for survivors to get back on their feet. Grant's CommuniCare Club is donating $2,500 for the Raphael House of Portland to secure housing for these survivors.
In addition to donating to the Raphael House of Portland in the aftermath of domestic violence, we also support the prevention of domestic violence. Child Abuse Response and Evaluation Services Northwest, also known as CARES Northwest, is a collaborative community-based medical program that reaches out to communities, specifically schools, to provide education and domestic violence education about domestic violence as an action to prevent it. If we could take care, we would like to present CARES Northwest with $3,500 to supply books and take-home materials for their classes and services.
Okay, and then our last nonprofit that we are donating to is Impact support on repairing the bond between children and their parents affected by domestic violence. Their Parent-Child Therapeutic Services, or PCTS, program helps children ages 0 to 5 and their families, and they build healthier connections with each other. This check of $4,000 goes to Impact Northwest for their supplies they need for home visits and classes for the domestic violence survivors they serve. That is all. So Lincoln High School.
Hold on, one sec before you sit down. This is your third year, Katie, right?
Yes, yes it is.
So what's it been like, and we're gonna miss you, are you gonna miss the program?
Yes, I am. It has been an absolutely amazing experience. I've been the president for 3 years now, and I remember coming in and not knowing exactly what to do. I was the only member. I had to recruit everyone. I had to start everything over. And it was the first leadership opportunity that I've been able to have in my high school experience, and it kind of just, it was a boulder. I kept doing more leadership opportunities, and leadership is amazing, and this program has absolutely been life-changing, not only for me and the other members involved, but also for the organizations that we give money to. It's absolutely just amazing, and I want to thank the Schnitzers. It's life-changing. Thank you so much. Yes, I am. Portland State to study business.
At one point you thought you were going to be doing the nonprofit.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
I understand you want to open a bakery.
Yes.
Okay, so it's all for Katie's Bakery. And you've got a mother out here, Lisa, don't you?
Yes.
Where is she? Why don't you come on up real quick for a second? Come on, put you on the spot. Could you tell us a little bit about, from a mom's standpoint, what it's been like having Katie involved
From
with
a
the
mom's
program?
standpoint, just seeing our children blossom is, I'm gonna be just like you. This has been an incredible experience. How many of you are parents out here of one of these kids that have been part of this program? Hands really tall, because we know how much they have benefited. We've seen them researching, we've seen them talking, discovering the agency of what they need to be and develop in our city. So here's to the future, and thank you to the Schnitzers for providing this opportunity for our children to grow in this amazing way. Amazing.
Thank you for supporting your daughter, and thank you for
Hello, we are Lincoln High School's CommuniCare Club. What makes you angry? What gets on your nerves, under your skin? What makes you want to scream when you see a movie, a commercial, or the news? Are there times when you want to shake someone in the middle of a conversation? Are there things about school that you just can't stand? These were the questions that started our essay with an attitude assignment in our political economy class at Lincoln High School this spring. Our answers to these questions are reflected in our grant recipients. As Lincoln High School's CommuniCare Club, we stand in solidarity with the environment, with women's reproductive freedom, with people of color, with those suffering from mental illness or disability, and with youth who, through social or structural barriers, have been pushed to the streets. As I previously mentioned, we were asked to write an essay on a topic that made us angry or upset. Frustrated by the lack of action taken on an issue that threatens our livelihood, I, as well as many others, wrote about climate change and how we need to educate the public about it in order to see any real change. It is for that reason that we picked the Portland Audubon Society to receive a donation. If Stephanie Taylor could please join us. Or she will receive the award later. Not only does the Audubon Society work tirelessly to protect our native wildlife and forests, improving both their health and accessibility,
but they also provide so many opportunities for education. Their dedication to educating the public and sparking an interest in the natural world in children and adults alike is something that we would like to support, and so we would like to present this check of $500 to the Portland Audubon Society. I'd like to introduce Abby with our next recipient.
So, as has been mentioned at the beginning of this year in Miss O'Neill's political economy classrooms, we wrote about what we're passionate about, what makes us mad, what we want to advocate for, and what we felt needed to be changed in the world that we're living in today. A very large portion of those essays were written about women's reproductive rights and access to safe, healthy, and legal abortions. We couldn't think of a better organization to help women with these issues, as well as educating young people concerning them, than Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood provides PPS with comprehensive sex education, which includes information about healthy relationships, STIs, and contraception. This knowledge about these issues has the potential to save lives and is crucial to our education system. Women's reproductive rights are something that are often looked over in this world and are easily ignorable when they do not directly affect us. And Lincoln students wanted something to be done about it. So ultimately, the Lincoln CommuniCare Club could not be more honored to be giving them a grant of $2,000 to help continue and further their work in our communities. So if I could have Kim Thompson come up here, please.
The NAACP, or National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, is a civil rights organization founded in the United States. The Portland NAACP, Branch 110, is the oldest continuously chartered branch west of the Mississippi. And we'd like to give Cynthia Harris the award if she'd like to come up. Their vision statement is to ensure a society in which all individuals have equal rights without discrimination based on race. This branch aided in overcoming and repealing state exclusionary laws. They established an African American presence in unions, and they helped repeal real estate codes and civic housing policies, which prevented African Americans from living in certain neighborhoods, among many other accomplishments and actions. In today's political climate and cultural climate, the issue of equality is becoming more and more prominent to more and more people, but this has always been the case for Portland's African American community. We must all try to ensure an equal society for all, without discrimination or injustice based on gender, country, origin, sexual orientation, race, color, or creed. To do this, we must learn from history, listen to people's stories, and acknowledge the pervasive power of race in our society. That's why we awarded $1,000 to the Portland NAACP branch to continue their work in the community, because Black Lives Matter.
Okay, so our next organization that we are so passionate and happy about to raise money to put towards is Disability Rights Oregon. DRO is a Portland-based nonprofit that has a goal to not only create equal opportunity, but equal achievement. They provide legal assistance, resources, representation, promote awareness, and address cases of those who have disabilities, especially among lower-income families. Along with this, they don't ignore the fact that not all disabilities can be seen with the naked eye, pursuing justice for those with invisible mental illnesses, often forgotten. Overall, the main reason we chose DRO is because they understand that no one asks to have a disability, and they deserve the fundamental help that they need. To support them, we'd like to present them with $1,750.
Back again. Okay. Outside In is a nonprofit organization that is dedicated to serving its community. They are leaders in providing services for homeless, disadvantaged, and other marginalized youth. They are a federally qualified health center and licensed medical or mental health agency. And something of increasing importance as of late, leaders in serving the LGBTQ plus community. They understand and appreciate diversity in people's experiences and their identity. As stated by their site, they are deeply committed to dismantling overt and covert oppression and to building personal and institutional diversity and inclusiveness. As someone who is bisexual and gender dysphoric, the LGBTQ community speaks to me a lot, and as someone who suffers from an anxiety disorder, depression, and an eating disorder, the mental health kind of really helps. So this organization is very dear to my heart and soul. They are such an important part of the community, and they provide so many useful and helpful services in the community that we would be at a loss without them. That is why Ms. O'Neill's political economy class will be donating $1,750 to Outside In. So if Tess
True compassion, wrote Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., is more than just flinging a coin to a beggar. It comes to see that an edifice which produces beggars needs restructuring. We thank Harold and Arlene Snitcher CommuniCare Foundation for their support of our program and the nonprofits we highlighted this evening. We also look forward to a time when these same groups, public schools, organizations fighting to defend the environment, women's rights, and people of color and other marginalized groups don't have to beg for coins. This is the vision of our society we're after. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Harper. We're second to last, so I'll try and keep this brief. It's been a bit of a long night. We're from Northwest Academy, and the CommuniCare program was built in as part of our curriculum in our English Humanities class. So because of that, we have a Block 1 group and a Block 2 group. So I will start with Block 1 group. Our mission statement this year was, it is the mission of the Northwest Academy Junior Class Block 1 to provide health and protection services for homeless youth, including, but not limited to, victims of sex trafficking. One of the big things we talked about as a class was that Portland is a huge hub for sex trafficking within the U.S. I think we're the second biggest right after Las Vegas. And it's something that doesn't get discussed nearly as often as it should, and therefore is something that is often underfunded. So first of all, we'd like to welcome Outside In back to the stage, and we'll be awarding them a grant of $2,150. New avenues for youth to the stage. We really appreciate the work that both of these organizations do in our community and beyond. Thank you.
I'm Sol, and this is Anders, and we are the representatives that came from the second block class. This year we kind of wanted to focus on environmental issues, specifically conservation and carbon emissions. Turns out there are not a lot of nonprofits that specialize in carbon emissions, so it was sort of just environmental issues in the area. And so we ended up talking to about 4 different nonprofits, and we loved all of them, but we decided that we loved especially Craig Law Center and Ecology in the Classrooms and Outdoors. So we'd like to invite Craig Law Center up here.
College in the Classrooms and Outdoors.
So thank you guys for coming out, and to the Schnitzner CommuniCare Foundation. And thanks. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Miranda Ojeda, and as an avid student of Tualatin High School,
we committed to dispersing funds that enhance and support our local community. With the help of our school, we were able to fundraise through our homecoming dance about $19,000.
Say that louder, that's a great number.
So through our homecoming dance, we were able to raise about $19,000. So $4,000 was set aside for our school, and with the help of our sophomore class, that money was split through many clubs in our school. So the process, or our process was through a school-wide survey, so that's how we found what groups we were aiming to donate to. And so our programs were towards education, emergency services, and health. And so for our first group is Community Transitional School, and they would with the grant of $1,000. They would be able to deliver meals to students in need. So I would like to call Juliosa.
Hi, my name is Gemma Ventura from Tualatin High School, and I would like to welcome Patricia Alvarado from Adelante Mujeres. We will be awarding them with $1,500. I think it's a good program that will help young Latina girls by empowering them and support them on their education.
Hi, my name is Darian Mickelson, and I will be presenting, or Willie will be presenting $1,500 to Portland Youth Builders for helping people who have had a rough past be set on the right course and have a positive future. And for the next one, we will be presenting $2,500 to Partners for a Hunger-Free Oregon for helping feed the starving people and providing activities for all of them.
Hello, my name is Giselle Alvarez, and I'd like to welcome Christy Scatarella as a representative of the Shadow Project, in which closes the achievement gap for students in special education, helping them to become confident and encouraging to stay in school. Oregon has more than 75,000 special education students. However, fewer than 1 in 2 graduate in the class. With that being said, the CommuniCare of Tualatin would probably grant $205,000 to the Shadow Project.
Hello, my name is Analia Terres, and I'd like to present this award to Medical Teams International. And their purpose is to demonstrate the love of Christ to people affected by disaster, conflict, and poverty around the world. They deliver medical and dental care, humanitarian aid, and holistic development programs for all people. To support them, we awarded them $5,000 for the money and grant money, and the money will be leveraged to offer $18,000 in dental services and will help approximately 40 low-income individuals.
So I'd like to thank our advisor, Mr. Bunke, for giving us the direction and support for making this possible.
I want to just do get up and speak in front of a room of people that you don't know. And that is a skill to practice. So excellent job to the team. Before we wrap up the program this evening, I wanted to take the opportunity to invite all of the advisors up to the stage. The students are in the driver's seat with the decision making, but it really isn't possible without your dedication and your commitment. So if you would please come stand up and be recognized at the front. We would really love to applaud for you all. Thank you, advisors. So while they're posing so gracefully, I'm going to continue just to say a quick word, which is bittersweet. One of our longtime advisors will be passing the baton off to some new staff leadership, and in recognition of, I don't know, like 15 years of just awesomeness and thoughtfulness and passion and dedication. We just wanted to especially recognize Julie O'Neill. Thank you so much for being a part of our
And on behalf of my mother, late father, I can't tell you how proud we all are of everybody. The future is yours. Each one of you can make a difference, and you've seen it now. And you've seen what it's like getting to know all these amazing providers, advisors in the schools, but all the providers in the community, all these amazing services. Every day when they get up and they help tens and tens and tens of thousands of people. And through your contributions today, they're going to help a few more. And that's got to make you feel good. So we'd appreciate if you just talked up the program for those of you that are graduating, to get some more of the freshmen and sophomore and juniors in, to broaden more people in the program. We're going to be expanding the number of schools, and this is what community is all about. And I just can't thank you again for the time you put in and the difference you're making. You're helping fulfill all of our dreams of making our community a better place. Have a nice evening.